Good morning, Mr. Johnson. This is Cindy Malone at the office. I'm calling to inform you that it has been 3 hours since work has begun. May I ask what the problem is? Are you at home or are you on your way here?
Please, stop with the jabbering. I don't need this so early in the morning. The damn phone's been beeping all morning. Knock it off, would ya?
I want to say the same to you, sir. You do realize that it's Tuesday, a work day. You're supposed to be at your desk at 8:30. We have not received any kind of notice or request for a holiday. So I ask again, where are you, and why aren't you here?
Where do you think I am? I'm at home. I drank a wee bit too much last night. I have the worst hangover you can imagine. How do you expect me to work? Seems glaringly obvious that if I'm not there by now, I'm not coming in at all. Use your head.
Sorry, but I'm not clairvoyant. How am I supposed to know when you're coming in?
I've got a splitting headache. Rambling on is making it worse. Anyways, I'm taking the day off. Does that answer your question?
Mr. Johnson, this is really not appropriate. You only joined the company 3 days ago. There are consequences for your actions. You missed the first day of work. On the second day, you were an hour late and a no-show today. You're taking the day off without permission because you have a hangover? That's not how things work, Mr. Johnson. I've been trained to educate you these past few days when you're here, but all I get is tongue-in-cheek answers.
I'm at home with a headache.
Do you even want to work here? Why do you even bother?
Of course I want to work. If I really buckle down and start working, you'll be blown away. I'll start earning the company millions in no time. I'm sure you already know, but I had my own company before I let you guys hire me. I was a phenomenal CEO of my own company. Don't you forget that. The president of your company asked me to join, knowing full well what I had accomplished. I have connections to the president that you cannot even fathom.
Yes, I know. You've mentioned that until I was blue in the face.
So you know the potential I have. But despite these well-established facts, I get assigned to a mere branch office and not the main headquarters? What's up with that? In the bargain, I get you, Cindy was it, a novice to educate me. Educate me on what? I don't need education. I should be educating you. What are you, like 25 or 26? What worldly experience do you have? And you expect me to nod my head and goose step to your every command? You got another thing coming, young woman. I'm someone on a completely different level from you.
I see. Then I would appreciate it, sir, if you could first generate millions for us. Then get yourself transferred to headquarters. But first, would you mind coming to the office to get the ball rolling?
Like I said, young lady, I'm taking the day off. I'm not at my full potential yet, el comprendo? And just so you know, the work you guys are doing is second banana stuff. With my level of expertise, it's like chalk and cheese. I was the CEO of a major company. Don't you forget that. I'm more inclined to command people, not be commanded. You guys need to pay me a 6-figure salary if you're going to retain my services.
If that's the kind of position you ultimately want, I suggest you come to the office and go through the basic training like everyone else. After that, you can do as you please. If you don't do that, all this talk of making millions and this otherworldly business expertise is simply just talk.
Put a sock in it, girl. Don't give me that cheeky attitude. You really think you can get away with talking to someone way above your pay grade?
I'm not so sure about that. You are twice as old as me, but by company standards, I am your superior. That would make you my subordinate.
I don't and will not accept a woman as my superior. Please, I don't want to hear any more of your claptrap BS.
I take it by BS you're referring to substantiated claims. That's all I'm hearing from you. If you feel such an aversion towards a woman as your immediate boss, I urge you to go the whole 9 yards and show us you can produce results. Then people might take you seriously. I take it you'll be in by 8:30 tomorrow, right? The after effects of your hangover won't last till tomorrow, will it?
Yeah, you want me there. I'll be there.
That's all I wanted to hear. Please don't be late. Mr. Johnson, your break time ended 15 minutes ago. It would be nice if you could get back to your desk right this minute. What are you up to now?
What do you think I'm up to? I'm working. I'm outside making the rounds. How do you expect to conduct business without meeting clients face to face? Call it a fishing expedition. I'll snag us a huge whopper of a customer by the end of the day. Just sit back and watch the maestro at work.
Excuse me? Making the rounds? You haven't even been assigned to a section yet. Besides, we're still in the middle of your training process. For your information, you're way behind the other new employees. Just get back here and back for the next session. I suggest you put that fishing reel down and get back to the office, Mr. Johnson.
Like I said, I'm making my rounds. I'm at a client's place as we speak.
Really? At a client's place, huh? Seems kinda strange. The client works right smack in the middle of that red light district down by 6th Street.
Pardon me?
I see that you took the company car without permission. The car was supposed to pick up a client at the airport. We had to arrange a hire on short notice. I had the car checked out. I'm sure you're aware that the car has GPS. All I do is switch on the tracker and there you are. Nice little bar to conduct business. Besides, should you really be drinking and driving?
What's a GPS device doing on the car? That's a complete disregard of my privacy.
A company car is not for private use, so that thinking won't fly. For a few drinks using the company car in the middle of a work week does not look good, Mr. Johnson. Did you need a drink so bad that you skipped out on your work training and made up this preposterous lie?
Shut your damn mouth. You don't know anything. I'm just letting off some steam, that's all.
Was there any buildup of steam to begin with? If you're drinking, please leave the car there. A staff member will go and pick it up. He'll drive it back to the office and I'll drive you back home in my car. I'll just mark you down as taking the rest of the day off. You okay with that?
That means you're coming to my house, huh? While you're there, would you mind cleaning the place up a bit? The place is a pigsty.
Are you being serious? I'm not your maid, Mr. Johnson.
You're not? Funny that. Laundry's piled up and the kitchen sink looks like a shipwreck. Spotted a couple of huge cockroaches in the kitchen last night. How the hell am I supposed to eat and sleep in a dump like that? I'd be mighty grateful if you'd do that for me. Oh, yeah, could you also take my suits to the dry cleaners too? You do that, and I may even stay for the training session tomorrow.
I'm sure I'll just get a lame excuse, but why the hell would I clean your place?
Huh? Excuse me? You're a woman, right? Women can do basic cleaning stuff, right? Or didn't your mom ever teach you? My wife's at her folks' place now, so I got nobody to tidy up the place, so do me a favor just this once. Oh, while you're at it, make some lunch for me too. I'm starving, getting sick of this fast food crap. You're probably not a very good cook, but don't fret. I'll make short order of it. Oh, better yet, make enough for about a week and leave it in the fridge. My wife should be back by then. If not, come back and make some more next week.
Oh, what an enticing offer! Can I really cook and clean for you, sir? But I must decline. I have no intention of getting involved in your personal matters, thank you. To be honest, after your vivid description, I have no inclination to even see the place. Besides, I'm too busy to waste my time with you. After I drop you off at your place, I plan to return to the office.
What? Come on! You're going to be there anyways. I can't believe you're that busy. Why be so petty? Alright then, I'll do you a little favor. You're a little plain looking, but you seem to have a nice shapely body. Do you want to see what heaven is like? I bet no guy even gives you a second glance. Bet the frustration level's about reached its peak, am I right?
I have no desire to see heaven. And that comment you just made, it's simply inexcusable. I have you on record saying that, so expect consequences. You know what? I changed my mind. I'll have a male employee pick up the car and take you home.
What is this pussyfooting around everything I say? You're getting on my nerves, girl.
I was just going to say the same thing to you.
Like I said, I have connections with the company CEO. You really want to take that tone with me? One word from me, and you'll be sorting mail in the basement. I offer to do you a favor. A plain Jane like you needs all the help you can get. That's the one thing I can't stand more than anything else. A young babe looking down her nose at me, giving me orders? You're just not the kind of person I like.
I don't really care if you like me or not, Mr. Johnson. And I don't give a tinker's damn about your so-called connections. You're just another new employee, and I'm your boss. What more is there to say? My job is to teach you the basics of this company, that's all.
Don't give me that high and mighty crap. I used to be a company president. You know, you have no right to order me around. All you women have to do is obey my every command. End of discussion. What I want you to do is treat me as the president of this pathetic branch office. Then I will show you what I'm made of. You refuse to acknowledge me, and you're gone. I don't mean the mailroom either. You're finished.
Sounds like you've had one too many drinks, Mr. Johnson. You know what? I'd like to see that.
See what?
I'd like to see you fire me. I'm okay with it. Go ahead, try it. I think it's futile, though.
You really mean it? Alright, you said it, not me. Get ready for the blowback. I can just see you on your hands and knees in front of the entire company, begging for my forgiveness. You brought this on yourself. Hey, Malone, where the hell are you? Why aren't you at the office? So you just decided to go AWOL?
I announced to everyone that I would be traveling to headquarters today. Everyone else knows about it. Didn't you check the daily schedule? Or did you have one too much to drink and forgot all about it?
So you're at headquarters today, huh? That means they already heard about your little abhorrent treatment of me, huh? They're going to give you a real dressing due, girl. Is it the mailroom, or is it goodbye for good?
I'm sorry, but what exactly did I do?
Please, don't act so innocent. The office entrance is stacked high with your stuff. The little toys that you ordered.
What are you talking about? Toys?
Not your ordinary child's toy either. More of a toy that's geared towards adults. If you get my point. I ordered 30 of them in your name to be delivered to the office. Wow, 30 of those things? Man! You must really be yearning for a little companionship.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
No use trying to deny the facts. Those things were ordered from your PC using your credit card. It's beyond question that you ordered them. How could you order such obscene products? And to the office? Sheesh! And did you even have any concern for the other staff members? How embarrassed they would be. I can't see how you're gonna worm your way out of this mess. The only option I can think of right off the top of my head is, resign.
Are you finished, Mr. Johnson? Let me ask you something. Did you know that there is a security camera in the women's break room?
Huh? Excuse me?
There is one outside and one inside. And luck would have it that the camera has a clear view of my locker. If anybody goes in there and sneaks around, the camera would capture the whole thing. Oh yeah, my desk PC also has a camera attached to it. That means if anyone sneaks into my locker, swipes my desk key, scrounges around in my desk to get my credit card and messes with the PC, all as that is recorded for all to see.
Huh? Wait a sec. That doesn't prove anything. I have no idea what you're talking about anyway.
Really? What I'm saying is, I know all about your little scheme. You went to the CEO to try and get me fired, but he threw cold water on that pretty quick, right? And you had no other option but to use one of your dirty tricks for revenge. To be honest, it's a pretty pathetic little scheme you concocted. Not in very good taste, even for you.
Are you trying to tell me that I did this?
That's right. You did, didn't you? Why am I even asking you? The proof is in the pudding, as they say. We have video evidence of you going about your merry way. There's also footage of you ordering those toys on my PC. We also have witnesses that saw you snooping around my desk. And besides the toys sent to the office, you had other stuff sent to your home. You seem to have ordered quite a bit. Let's see here. Food, brand goods. Of course, alcoholic beverages of various types. It wasn't enough that you ordered that stuff to frame me, but you couldn't resist stealing a little for yourself, it seems.
What's this about? I really have no inkling about what you're saying. Stop trying to frame me for some made-up crime.
If you order anything on my PC, a verification mail comes to my smartphone too. There is evidence that you sent the said items to your address. There is enough evidence here that you cannot refute.
You little shit!
While we're on the subject, there was something that I was asked to convey to you from headquarters. You've been fired.
Wait, what?
You've been let go. Fired. We all know what you did several days ago. That's why I was at headquarters today. I just finished submitting my report and all the evidence. That report also included your attitude since starting at this company. The company lawyer will be contacting you later in the week to discuss compensation for damages. You can gather up your stuff at your desk and in your locker and go home. No need to return, of course. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
Hold on a second. Why am I getting fired, for God's sakes? What? I did nothing. What's the big deal anyway?
You really think stealing someone's credit card and using it without permission is not a big deal? Snooping around the ladies' locker room? That's a pretty serious and immoral act. Oh, and that credit card? That's got my name on it, but that's a corporate credit card. Truth be told, that's pure and simple fraud.
How was I supposed to know that?
I usually don't carry it around with me, but I took it out of the safe for use on the next bus trip. And you happened to find it. What can I say? I really didn't expect you to steal it and use it like you did. I don't see how you're going to take responsibility for what you did. The only option I see for you at this point is for you to quit and pay your debts.
You conniving little floozy! You put me up to this! You set this whole thing up to trap me?
I really don't appreciate such false accusations. You dug your own trap and fell right into it. This is all of your own doing.
Who the hell do you think I am? I used to be the president of a large and successful corporation. I have connections with the CEO of this company. You have no right to talk to me that way.
Yes, I've heard it a million times. As per your description, I wouldn't use the word successful. I would use much more fitting words like fraud, bankruptcy, embezzlement, misuse of funds, breach of contract. Shall I go on? A former president of a bankrupt company. Yes, I heard it a million times. You sold your home and all your assets and just barely avoided jail time. And you're up to your eyelids in debt, isn't that right? I also heard you're still struggling to pay off the salaries of your former employees.
How did you know?
The company was actually doing quite well for decades, but once you took over as president, the downward spiral began and would not stop. I'm not sure of the reason why I went bankrupt, but I really don't have a hard time deducing why. You do have tremendous business skills. The skills to drive a company into the ground, that is.
Where the hell did you hear all this? Who told you?
Who? Let's see. Who could that be? Maybe you're talking about my grandfather?
What's your grandfather have to do with any of this? And why would he even know about me?
I thought you knew my grandfather. You said you had connections to him.
Connections? What are you talking about? No way.
My grandfather is the president of this branch office. And my father is the CEO of the company itself.
Wait, what? No way. You're related to the president? Your father is the CEO's daughter?
You know, I never thought of myself as the CEO's daughter. Just another employee. I didn't get any help from my father to land this position. I worked my way up through the ranks all by myself. Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself. I never wanted any of the trappings of a company CEO. I even used an alias while working. Most don't even know I'm the daughter of the CEO, and I want to keep it that way. You're a battlefield mine.
A mine? Me? What are you talking about?
They purposefully made me handle you. Thinking I would get totally duped and self-destruct, like stepping on a mine. You were the perfect motivating force. I proved myself by seeing through your scheme and thwarting your every move. The company tested me. They wanted to know how far I would go to protect the company. I passed with flying colors.
Are you serious?
Why would I be tasked with some guy twice my age with a history of bankruptcy and fraud? And about you having connections with my father. All you did was beg a former client of yours to introduce you to my father. I don't know what you had on the guy, but he reluctantly hired you.
How do you even know all of this? If you know that much, then maybe we can work something out. Please, talk to your father about rethinking my position. Please, I need this job. And what you said about that client? I do know some things about this company. Maybe some things you don't want known.
Let me stop you right there. My father nor my grandfather had anything to do with firing you. That was all my decision.
Excuse me? You fired me?
I'm your immediate superior. I have the power to fire you when and where I see fit. All I did was submit the report to the head office and convey to them that I fired you. That's all. Both my father and grandfather gave me full authority to carry out my duties, so I did. They told me I could do however I pleased with you. Fire you, demote you, even promote you if that was the case.
I can't believe this. This is not happening. I need this job. I can't get fired. With no job, how am I supposed to pay off my debts?
That does not concern me. You created that debt, every penny of it. Figure it out yourself. If you're so in need of a job, why didn't you just work to make it work? You had the chance.
That's easy for you to say. I need this job. You can't fire me on the spot.
If you're thinking of what you said earlier about that client of yours, the one you said knows some company secrets, he works at the head office now. He's my father's assistant.
Seriously?
I doubt he'll have anything bad to say about the company.
Well, you have to give employees 30 days advance notice. That's even when you fire someone on the spot. Firing me on the spot is illegal. I could take you to court.
You do know your business rules, I'll give you that. Figures, you were a company president once. But sorry to burst your bubble, Mr. Johnson. You've only been with us for 10 days. I think the minimum is 14 days. That means you're being asked to resign while in training, not as an official employee. As a trainee, this 30-day advance notice does not apply. I'm surprised you didn't know these rules.
Wait a sec, what?
As that is the case, I ask that you leave all the company property as is. and only take your personal belongings. Once that's done, the security guard will escort you out. It was a pleasure working with you, Mr. Johnson. Good luck on your endeavors going forward.
Please, give me one more chance. I'll change. I'll become a different person. I'll do anything you ask. I'll return all the stuff I ordered and pay for all and any damages I incurred. So please, give me another chance. Please.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. You had plenty of chances along the way. I'm out of chances to give you.
Please, you have to believe me. One more chance, that's all I ask.
No, sorry. You're asking the impossible. Your tone and attitude even now is questionable. You sound more like you're demanding that I give you a chance. When will you ever learn, Mr. Johnson? I wonder.
No. You got me all wrong, Miss Cindy. I beg of you to reconsider.
A little too late, don't you think? I don't want to see you there when I get back. I'll ask security to make sure of it. To be honest, I'm really not in the mood to see your face. Sorry to be so blunt. Goodbye, Mr. Johnson. A few minutes later, several security personnel arrived and escorted Mr. Johnson out of the building along with his personal belongings and 5 or 6 boxes of his so-called toys. Once in front of the building, he had nowhere to go and sat there on his boxes of toys like some street vendor hawking his goods. Eventually, the police showed up, threatening to arrest him for setting up shop without the proper permit. He somehow got his boxes into a cab and apparently made his way home. During the next couple of weeks, he tried every trick in the book to convince my father and grandfather to reconsider to no avail. He even sat outside the office and tried ambushing me. I managed to avoid him and, through my lawyer, demanded that he pay for the damages he's caused. He was now inundated with a considerable amount of debt in addition to his existing ones. His wife apparently had enough of him and filed for divorce. With no way to pay the debt, he borrowed from some very disreputable moneylenders. I heard he was on the run trying to avoid these guys. Apparently, he was caught and forced to work as a dockhand at some shipyard. He's already in his mid-50s, so I'm sure it isn't an easy life. He signed his own death warrant, in my opinion. I have zero compassion for the guy after how he treated me. As a matter of fact, it took me quite some time to clean up the mess he left behind. But in spite of all that occurred, I was able to complete the training for the other new employees and send them on their way. It was a long 10 days of being taken advantage of. To be honest, it was emotionally exhausting to say the least. But my father and grandfather commended me for a job well done and awarded me with a more than expected summer bonus. All my troubles went out the window after that. Now that everything is back to normal, I plan to take over as CEO of this company someday. To do that, I need to put my heart and soul into it.